So, what happens when an entire family is built on a foundation of lies? Today, we are diving deep into that very question with the tragic story of Monsieur Durand, a father so completely crushed by debt and resentment that his only way out might just be to burn everything to the ground.
Let everything crash at once, if it would only be the end. I mean, just listen to those words. That right there. That's Monsieur Durand. He's a man so desperate he's not just at the end of his rope, he's ready to cut it himself. And that single dark thought, well, it sets the stage for the total collapse of his family.
So where is all this desperation coming from? Well, it all starts in the Durand household. They run a failing hotel, a pension, where financial ruin has basically poisoned every single relationship. It's created this deep, simmering resentment between a father and his 3 daughters.
You know, this family is living a total double life. On the surface, they're trying so hard to project this image of respectability, but behind closed doors, the reality is, it's grim. There's literally no bread in the house, the bills are piling up, and the father, Monsieur Durand, is so broke he's surviving on tips. And this isn't just about being poor, it's about the crushing, soul-destroying shame of pretending you're not.
And yeah, that whole illusion, it's starting to completely fall apart. The baker won't send any more bread, the butcher is demanding his money, and his daughter Adele has to confirm they're down to just 1 guest. And then, finally, Durand admits the truth. The credit has run out. The house is bankrupt. The crash he was wishing for, it's not coming, it's already here.
But you see, these financial problems are really just a symptom of a much deeper sickness in this family. The house isn't just built on debt. It's built on years and years of deception. There's a ghost from the past haunting them, and believe me, it's about a lot more than just money. Which brings us to the central question, right? What exactly are these lies? What secrets have been festering for so long that they've basically corroded every last bond of trust and love between a father and his own children? For years, their entire lives, his daughters have hated him, and it's all based on what their late mother told them. That he wasted their money, that he deserted the army, that he even lied about his nationality. But now, with his back against the wall, Durand finally reveals the truth. She was the one who squandered the money. He was the one who actually fought in the war. Every single accusation against him was a lie that his wife made up to cover her own failures.
Just think about the psychological weight of that for a second. For decades, he silently took the blame just to protect his daughter's memory of their mother. He carried her cross for so long that, as he says, he started to believe he actually was the guilty one. He didn't just live a lie, the lie literally became his reality.
So you just know this lifetime of secrets is about to absolutely explode. And the spark that's going to light the fuse? It's the family's very last guest, an Italian lieutenant named Antonio. He is the trigger for the final devastating confrontation.
And boom, the whole situation escalates with terrifying speed. Durand discovers Antonio kissing his favorite daughter, Therese. But when he confronts her, she doesn't just deny it. She lies right to his face and then uses one of her mother's old lies to attack him. Humiliated, Durand orders Antonio out and challenges him to a duel, only to be mocked and abandoned as the captain of a sinking ship.
And what happens next is it's unbelievably cruel. Instead of comforting their father, his own daughters turn on him. They blame him for scaring off their last source of income. They take away his little glass of milk, his matches so he can't smoke. They even accuse him of eating rat bait because he's so hungry. And then, the final blow, they mock him for threatening suicide but never having the guts to actually do it.
Okay, so he's been pushed way beyond any human breaking point. He's been stripped of his dignity, his hope, everything. And so Durand finally comes up with a plan. It's a horrifying solution, but in his broken mind, it is the only way out. And this is the terrible logic he's operating under now. His life has become a torment, a prison of debt and shame. So he starts to calculate, not the value of his life, but the actual monetary value of his death. And it all boils down to this really chilling bit of math. Alive, if he sells his life insurance policy, it's worth 600 francs, which is not nearly enough to fix anything. But if he dies, it pays out 5,000 francs. Suddenly, in his mind, his death is worth 8 times more than his life. For Durand, this isn't about emotion anymore. It's a business decision. And his plan is just chillingly methodical. He places a candle where he knows it will burn the house down so they can collect the fire insurance. He gives the insurance papers to his eldest, Adele. He has this heartbreaking farewell with his other 2 daughters. And then, as the fire begins to spread, he drinks poison, ensuring his life insurance also pays out. It's a double insurance fraud, born from this deeply twisted sense of fatherly duty.
When his daughter Adele figures out what he's about to do, he asks her, "Can you see dawn any other way in this darkness?" He genuinely believes that this horrific act of destruction is the only way to bring any kind of light into his children's lives, to build a future for them from his own ashes.
So, we come to the end, to his legacy, to what he leaves behind. He intended to give his daughters money, a real chance at a new life. But what did they truly inherit? I mean, this is his legacy, right? It's not just money. It's money born from arson, from fraud, and from suicide. The foundation for their future is built on the most profound darkness. It is a gift wrapped in a crime. And even in death, he continues to place these immense burdens on his oldest daughter, Adele. She has to become a mother to her sisters. She has to manage their lives, and, most importantly, she has to maintain the lies. She must never, ever reveal the truth of how he died, and she has to keep protecting the reputation of the mother whose deception started this whole nightmare.
And with one of his final breaths, he gives this instruction to Adele about his favorite, Therese. He's worried about her vanity, her weakness, and what kind of trouble it could lead her into. It's this one little detail that shows you, even inside this absolutely monstrous plan, there's still a tiny flicker of a father's warm, protective love.
And that's really the question we're left with, isn't it? Monsieur Durand believed he was setting his children free from a life of poverty. But by building their future on a foundation of lies, deception, and the trauma of his death, did he really save them? Or did he just trap them in one final, inescapable fire of his own making?